Alright, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. This is BigFriendNation.com back here with another video, guys. Welcome to the NBA's play-in tournament. And like I said yesterday, this has been a huge success for the entire NBA. Let me tell you, these play-in tournament games, ever since it's been invented back in, I think it was 2020, when it's been invented. But it's been a huge success for the NBA. It's been great. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and make sure to join the Discord. Links in the description. Also, actually, let me go ahead and finish this first. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button, join the Discord. Links in the description. Make sure you guys, as well, go follow me on Twitch. I'm at 27. Both links are in the description, so make sure you guys go ahead and do that for me. I really appreciate everybody's support here on the channel. But what I was going to say, make sure you guys stay tuned, because not after this, well, it's going to be in today's video, but we're going to be going on to Reel after this, and we're going to be making some picks on there on Reel as well. So like I said, we're not going to do just the pick show, we're going to do the pick show, and we're going to do the Reel, we're going to do the betting stuff as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. That'll be done right after this. I just got to pull it up, and so there'll be two parts in the play-in tournament. This is the first part because we know the matchups right now. We'll have a second part, and that will be the 8 seed matchups, and then we'll do betting. I think that's how we're gonna do it for the playoffs. Like, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go on Reel and do some betting. So that's why I do think we're gonna do some stuff on. I think that's how we're gonna play this out. Now I know we're not gonna do that every day of the playoffs, but you know what, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out as we go. But hopefully that makes sense to everybody. So that's kind of the idea here about what we're doing. So, like I said, make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe button. I really do appreciate all your support and love. If you guys haven't checked out my previous two videos, the Minecraft Monday video and the why I predicted the entire NBA playoffs, make sure you guys check those out as well. We do appreciate it. Alright, let's go ahead and dive into things here. So we actually do have the leaderboard. What everybody finished in the regular season, and there will be a new leaderboard once we start the playoffs. But alright, so here was the final leaderboard. Yeller eventually did win this season. He had 818. He won. I finished in second place with 813. Came in third with 787. Hayden fourth with 762. And then look how close 4 through 6 was. You know, Bryce was 761. Garrett's 760. Zach was 743. And Andy finished in last with 740. But man, that's a really wicked regular season. But like I said, I do appreciate you guys for coming. I'm pretty sure everybody here except for Zach and Andy is coming back for the playoffs. So yeah, so we'll have 6 people here playing for the playoffs, and in the playoffs it's gonna be a lot of fun. Sure, there's not as much games, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it going. Right? Like I said, thank you guys so much for playing during the regular season. We really appreciate it. But let's go ahead and dive into business here. So, if you guys don't know how the play-in tournament works, I did explain it in that one video, in the video that I broke down the entire playoffs. And this is how it is. So we have the 8 versus the 7 seed matchup, right? The loser. So basically, this is how things go. So you have the 8 versus 7 seed matchup. The winner of this game advances to the 7 seed. They play against the 2 seed Celtics. The loser of this game drops back and plays the winner of the 9 versus 10 game, and which will be in the Chicago versus Miami. So and they will host that game because they will be the higher seed regardless. So like I said, all the primetime games, I still have the primetime games on here, but all play-in tournament games are on primetime. So this will be the first one. I think this game is at 7:30. So, but anyway, like I said, this should be, and like I said in the last 2 videos, this one should be a good one. No question in mind. Like I said, we're gonna get into the betting after we're done the pick shows. Make sure to do that. I don't know what uniforms each team are wearing, so we're just gonna go with the original colors for this one, and hopefully I get the uniform selection right. But I'm just gonna go with my gut here. So yeah, who we got? This is anybody's game. So let's see what we got. Cam is taking the Hawks on the road, and Garrett's taking the Magic. We have, let's see, Aiden's taking Atlanta. Bryce is taking Atlanta. Yeller, our regular season winner, he's taking the Magic at home, which I do like. I actually do like the Magic's chances here. They're at home and they have everybody healthy finally for once. And last but not least, myself, I did pick Atlanta to win this game originally, and I'm gonna stick with it. Like I said, I just believe in their offense. I think their offense could do enough, just enough to win this game. Like I said, the Magic, they're the worst ranked offensive team in the league. I don't really like how that stands, especially putting against a mediocre Atlanta defense. So I don't know about this one. So I think my gut is just leaning towards Atlanta. But I can see the Magic winning, because if you guys haven't checked out the previous video, make sure to do that. But I always said I hate picking against home teams in the postseason because home court advantage is like everything. But man, this is the one I could be right or wrong on, but I'm sticking by gut. I'm going with the team that has Trae Young, more scores. I know the Magic have like Paul and Curry, all that stuff, but yeah, I like them. I like the Atlanta in this game. I do think they take it over. So good. So 2-4 here, understandable. I can see this one. I can see this game going either way. Magic could pull off a surprise at home, which I wouldn't be surprised if they do. But actually, it wouldn't even be a surprise. But so there you guys have it for that one. Yeller and Garrett over there on the Magic, so let's see if they take advantage of that. This will be 7:30 on TNT, so this will definitely be a good one there. Ooh, I can't wait for this game. Actually, matter of fact, I might go live for this game if I'm back in time. Actually, I will, because this game will be at 7:30. But anyway, we got the 8-seeded Grizzlies and the 7-seeded Golden State Warriors. If you guys haven't saw the Warriors, they took a hard gut punching loss in that last game to they took a hard punching loss to the Clippers at home, and then now they're back home in this game. And if you guys haven't checked out the previous video, I did say what the history between these two teams in the play-in tournament. And if you guys haven't saw that video yet, I'm gonna go ahead and say it here. So the history between these two, you guys remember back in 2021, these two teams met back in the in-season tournament, and the Grizzlies, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was the 8-seed game, and the Grizzlies ended up beating the Warriors back at home to go to the playoffs. And I think the Warriors were the 8-seed by then, so they had two chances, and they didn't get to the playoffs because they lost both games. And it could be a slight concern for the Warriors, because the Warriors are 0-3 in play-in tournament games. So that could, that could do some damage. That could hurt them a little bit here. But the question is, are you falling for it? Like that's the thing. Like, are you really gonna sacrifice it and fall for it? My opinion here, I'm not gonna fall for it. I mean, I do think it will be close, but the question is, like, do you really want to fall for it? Like, that's the thing, though. All right, let's see. We got Cam is taking the Warriors. Although I'm kind of expecting everybody to take the Warriors here, but it wouldn't shock me if people went with the Memphis Grizzlies. But I mean, what is? Gary taking the Thunder. Wait, taking the Thunder. What the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about first round. Aiden's taking the Warriors. Bryce is taking the Grizzlies. Well, he's a Grizzlies fan, so that's kind of expected. I think everybody is taking the Warriors, right? I have to check. Yeah, everybody's taking the Warriors. Y'all take the Warriors, and yeah, I gotta take the Warriors as well. I think, I do expect the Grizzlies to put up a good fight against them, and I do think John Morant will have a big night. Jaren Jackson Jr. He should be able to take advantage of that size in the paint. Like I said, the one thing the Warriors do not have is size advantage. That's why I think the Grizzlies could take advantage of that matchup. But if you're looking at it, I think the Warriors, they like I said, this team has just been playing too well for me not to pick them here, especially at home. Like, the Grizzlies, the Warriors have been one of the hottest teams. They've been one of the hottest teams coming out of the All-Star break. So that's just what I'm kind of expecting here. So I said, it's not anything for me on the Grizzlies. It's just me believing that the Warriors ain't going to lose this game. Does that make any sense at all? So yeah, but when it comes down to the actual game though, like, I just feel like I have to pick the Warriors. Like, I really want to pick Memphis here too. I really wanted to, but I had a hard time doing it. So Bryson with the lone dog pick, like, it's understandable. He's a Grizzlies fan, so we'll see. I do think the Grizzlies come out here. I do think they will play hard, and I do think they have a shot at winning this game. The question is, will they? My answer is no, but we'll see. Second game on Tuesday. Wait, is today Tuesday? Because yeah, today's second game on Tuesday. That will also be on TNT. right, let's go ahead and check on the Wednesday's games, aka tomorrow games, and both of these two games will be on ESPN. So the first one we got here is Miami at Chicago. I think this is gonna be good. Well, the only reason I put Miami in white because Miami goes like white hot playoffs and stuff like that. So I think plus Miami looks really good in white, and the Bulls I just put in black because they look good in black. So I didn't really really want to put these two teams in red like I did with the Warriors and Grizzlies, but anyway, back with this game though. I think this one's gonna be another good game here. Sure, Miami probably has more playoff experience around the roster than Chicago, but at the same time, Chicago I feel like is playing better than Miami right now. And if you look at these two teams recently, I think these two teams played in Chicago not too long ago, and I think Chicago ended up winning that game. But like I said, the Bulls are one of the worst home teams in the league, and Miami's kind of average everywhere. I mean, they're kind of average on the road, average on the road, average at home. Miami is just that one average team who's just like average at everything. Like, I know it doesn't make any sense, but they're just average at everything. You know what I mean? But I'm curious what everybody has here because Miami is just this average team, and then the Bulls can just go out there and play. If they play with confidence, that's what the Bulls can win. But they're out here playing with confidence. But I think Miami's defense is going to have a lot of responsibilities with Kobe White, the way how Josh Giddey's been playing, Vucevic even. But at the same time, Miami has scorers like Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo. They have capable scorers. Andrew Wiggins, like they have capable scorers. So let's see who are we going with here. Cam's taking Chicago at home, which is definitely not a bad bid there. G's going to go ahead. He's going to do the same thing. Aiden's taking the Bulls. All right, damn, we got a lot of Bulls picks here. Bryson's taking Miami on the road. I'm curious who Yeller's got here. Yeller's also taking the Heat on the road. This is a tough one for me, man. This one's tough. It could go either way. Fuck. I'm taking Miami. I'm gonna take Miami on the road. I don't like picking either pick here because this is just a complete 50-50 split game that I just don't know who to pick on. But I'm leaning towards Miami, man. It's being on the road, having more playoff experience, and like I said, I hate picking road teams, but in the playoffs. But this is just one I just feel like I have to do. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Miami in that one. Alright, we have our last playoff tournament here. Dallas at Sacramento on ESPN. There's a lot of things you can get into this game, man. So I will say this. Sacramento's at home here, and that'll definitely help, no question. But at the same time, the Mavericks, oh my god, like this one's hard. Like, the question is, who is playing for the Dallas Mavericks? That's my is Anthony Davis playing? Because if Anthony Davis doesn't play, that I might have to go with the Kings. Like, I think the Mavericks are just a better team, but when you look at it, the Kings could win because Anthony Davis is not playing. They might have other guys playing, and plus they're already missing Kyrie. Man, that's gonna be a tough one. This is a tough game to pick. So I'm just gonna get straight to it. I'm just see who everybody got here. Kings for Dallas. I'm taking Dallas. If Anthony Davis is playing, I'm taking Dallas. So I'll take Dallas, but Anthony Davis has to play. He's playing. Aiden's playing. Bryson. Damn, everybody's taking the Mavs. All right, hold up. I got a call here. Hey. I am upstairs, but I'm doing some right now.
He's busy right now, but okay.
Alright. See ya. But anyway, back with this game. I'm gonna take Dallas. If they're healthy, I'm gonna take Dallas to win this game. But I need to see Anthony Davis. But here's the thing about this game. If Anthony Davis is healthy, if Anthony Davis is playing in this game, I'm going with the Mavs because I do think they'll have a height advantage in this one, and I do think they'll just attack the paint. But if Anthony Davis is not playing, I'm taking Sacramento because Sacramento does have DeMar DeRozan. They still have Zach LaVine. They do have a lot of outside scoring. And that's why I think the Kings can take advantage of Dallas, because Dallas doesn't really have a lot of outside scoring. Like, they don't have a lot of guys who are, I mean, they have guys, but they don't have enough guys capable of scoring around the perimeter. If you guys know what I'm talking about, like, they don't have a Zach LaVine, they don't have a DeMar DeRozan, they don't have guys like capable of scoring in the mid range and in that 3-point area. And the Kings do actually have some sharp shooters on their team. Like, they got Keegan Murray, who I think is one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. So, like, Kings got some shooters, but that's the thing, though. Like, if Anthony Davis is playing, I think the Mavericks defense is going to be amazing, and I'll take them to win because I think they're better overall roster. But if Anthony Davis is not playing, then I'm taking the Kings, because I do think they'll just shoot him out of the way. So I don't know, man. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one for sure. And like I said, I do think this game depends on if Anthony Davis is playing. So yeah, we'll see about that. But this one should be a good one here. Super good one. All right, like I said, we're gonna so that is it for the pick show of the portion of the video. We are gonna get into some betting picks. So we're gonna go to real here real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over here real quick. But so yeah, let's go ahead and make some picks on real, and then after that we should be through for today. Actually, the games are for today and tomorrow. So if you guys haven't downloaded that, make sure you guys go check it out. It's on Real. This is what we do every single video to make picks. It's an awesome app, so make sure you guys go check it out. So like I said, these games. So let's go ahead and make picks. Let's make some selections here, and then we'll be through for today. So let's see what we got. So we got Atlanta versus Orlando. Total points over 219. But like I said, I need to see who's playing, and we have a lot of categories to get here through. So total points 219. Magic on one of the worst offenses in all of basketball. But like I said, it's the plan. I'm gonna go under. I'm feeling under in this one, if I'm being completely honest. I'm feeling under, and I don't know why, but I feel comfortable about that decision. Like, I don't think that we'll get to that much, so I'll go under. Pick the winner to win this game. I already picked Atlanta to win this game, so I'll take it. But I see a lot of people here are taking Orlando, which is very curious. So. Plus, I'm thinking about Boston too, because I hate Boston. Who's going to be a better matchup for Boston? I think that will be Atlanta. So, pick the team that have a record higher 3-point percentage. I'm going to go with Atlanta because, like I just mentioned, the Magic have the worst offense in the league. So, I will go Atlanta at that point. Players score their first field goal of the game. This could go anybody, but I'm going to go with I'm going to make a dark horse here and pick Franz Wagner. Now I'm gonna go a little dark horse there. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna go Franz Wagner. Player to get 5 more rebounds. I guess we'll go a Hawks player here. 5 more rebounds. We'll go with we'll go Dyson Daniels. They get 5 rebounds. He's averaging 6 right now per game, so I'm cool with them. Team to score more points in the first quarter. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Actually, I'm gonna take Atlanta. No, Atlanta. I'm gonna go with Atlanta. Player get 13 more points. We'll go with the Hawks player here, and we're gonna take the obvious answer and go Trae Young there. And then player get 2 more threes. We're gonna go obvious answer, and I'm gonna actually no. We're gonna do this. I'm actually gonna switch that. Player get 13 more points. We're gonna Paul Banchero, and then player get 2 or more threes. We're gonna go Trae Young. So like I said, if you guys want to play with me, you guys are more than welcome. Just download the Real app. It's also an amazing app, and you guys can play with me as well. Total points 231. I'm going over in that. Like I said, I'm kind of expecting a show out of these two. Both of these two have the same record. I'm definitely going over on that. Pick the winner. I'm gonna go with the Warriors. I took the Warriors to win this game. Pick the team to score a higher field goal percentage. I'm gonna go with the Warriors. I can see Memphis having a higher field goal percentage and still winning, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Warriors in that department. Player to score first field goal. Question is, who I think is gonna win tip off? I do think the Grizzlies are gonna win tip off. I'm gonna go with Desmond Bane. To score the first one. Actually, no, I'm gonna go Jaren Jackson. I'm going Jaren Jackson. Score first field goal of the game. Player that gets 6 more rebounds. See, that could be easy, Jaren Jackson Jr. But yeah, actually no, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change this to Desmond Bane, and I'm gonna pick this to go Jaren Jackson Jr. 6 or more rebounds. Oh yeah, as long as he doesn't foul out, he should be good. Team to score more points in the first quarter. I'm actually going to go with Memphis. I think they come out strong, and I think they blitz the glass, and I do think the Memphis Grizzlies get that one done. Player to get 4 or more assists. Steph Curry. I'll go Warriors players that haven't done one yet. We'll go Steph Curry. And a player to get 13 or more points. I'm going to say that Jimmy Butler steps up, playoff Jimmy, and I'm going to go with him at 13 or more points. I see a Jimmy Butler blow-up game here. It's along with Steph. I see that happening too. Because let me say, Jimmy Butler, when he's in the playoffs, he's just in a completely different. He's a completely different animal. So, they have 13 more points. I'm gonna go Jimmy Butler. I think he clears that one pretty easily. But 4 more assists. I'm gonna go Steph Curry. Steph Curry's been really good off ball and all that stuff. So, and then like I said, in the Wednesday games, I'm pretty sure, is the Lion already out for this game? I don't think so, but. You know, it is what it is. Pick the winner and win this game. I took Miami on the road, but I do see a lot of people took Chicago to win this game. So that's pretty obvious there. Pick the team that got a field goal high pull percentage. I'm going to go with Chicago, actually, because I do think Chicago shoots the ball better. I think the Chicago's a much better offensive team. But I think Miami's going to win this game with their defense. Pick a player. Let's see, who am I taking to Bam Adebayo or Vucevic? I might go Bam in that one. He gets the ball over, but I do think they'll. I'm gonna go with Kobe White. I actually no. I'm gonna take him with the points line. I'm gonna go Bam. I'm gonna go Bam to get the first field goal of the game. Player to get 17 plus points. I'm gonna go Kobe White. I think that's a pretty easy big one there. I do think he will step up in a game like this. Team to score more points in the first quarter. I do think that will be Chicago, though. I do think with them being at home should give them the advantage here. Player to get 6 or more rebounds. Who I did already. Okay, so I gotta go with anyone here. Get some more. I'm gonna go Vucevic to get this 6 more rebounds, and a player to get 5 more assists. We'll go with Heat player, and we're gonna go with Tyler Hero on that one. I almost said Jimmy Butler because I'm always picking Jimmy Butler when I'm thinking about the Miami Heat. I'm always thinking about Jimmy Butler because of how insane he is in the playoffs. So, and what he's done over the last couple years. And let's go ahead and get through this last one. Dallas with the Kings. Pick the winner to win this game. I took Dallas, but I do need to see the injury report. And like I said in the pick show, I can absolutely see the Mavericks winning. I just need to, like I said, I just need to see who's playing. Pick the team to cover more turnovers. Record more turnovers. I'm gonna go with Sacramento. If AD's playing, if AD's not playing, then I'm taking Dallas with that margin. Because if AD's playing, he's gonna force a lot of turnovers on that Kings offense. So I'll go with him. But like I said, Anthony Davis, he has to be playing, which I do think he will play. Player to score the first field goal. I think the Kings are going to score the first points, and I'm going to go with Keegan Murray with the transition to 3. I'll be Pacific, so I'll go Keegan Murray. They get the first field goal of the game. Player to get 5 or more rebounds. Anthony Davis, if he plays. If Anthony Davis is played, that's a pretty obvious one there. So I do think Anthony Davis will clear a margin if he plays. Team to score more points in the first quarter. I'm going to go with the Kings because I do think they'll come out firing out in the first quarter, so we'll go with the Kings. They set the tone, they get the crowd into it. Player gave 3 or more threes. I'll go with the Mavericks player here, and I'm gonna go with Max Christie. I think that's a dark horse pick there. I'm gonna go Max Christie to get 3 or more threes. And he can shoot it, and I miss him being on the Lakers too. But Max Christie, I think he can shoot. He can shoot the hell out of the ball. And the player to get 16 or more points, I'm gonna go with DeMar DeRozan. Playoff DeMar DeRozan. So I'm gonna go with him to get 16 or more points. So like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys stay tuned, like, subscribe. We will be back for playoff in-season predictions, and that'll be whatever we get through the 8 matchups, we'll do real as well. So I appreciate your support. Like I said, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. And anyway, I'm hop out, get this and get it. So you guys can watch on time. This is BigManNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.